gonna cook some food today. Boom. Beef. And rice. Very simple. Straightforward. I'm gonna preheat that oven. Like medium low. Close to medium, not close to low. You want to get that pan to preheat, man. Always gotta preheat your pans. Always preheat. People don't preheat their pans. They just turn it on high or whatever and just chuck the food in there and wait for it to cook. No, it takes too long. You will save time by preheating your pan. So preheat your pan for 8 to 10 minutes. That's all it takes, 8 to 10 minutes. And see, we've already spent a minute preheating that pan. So, I'm going to show you how I cook my rice. Here's the thing though, I use a rice cooker. I definitely recommend getting a rice cooker. Makes it a lot easier to cook rice and a lot easier to clean the pan and the stuff that you use to cook the rice. And on top of that, using a rice cooker, you actually don't burn your rice. When you use a rice cooker, you don't burn your rice. So here's the pot for the rice cooker. And you need to get a strainer. One of these guys. I don't know what they're called. They look like fencing masks. And then, you of course, need to get the rice. Boom. There. I like to use jasmine rice. Jasmine rice is really good. I like jasmine rice. Can't go wrong with jasmine. And I need my This came with the rice cooker. I'm guessing it's a cup. This is 180. I'm guessing that's 180 mil. I'm guessing it's a cup. When it comes to rice, you want to double the water to rice ratio. Alright? So, if I'm putting 2 cups of rice in here, and I will put 4 cups of water. I like to do it over the rice cooker. Any stray rice that I might miss when I pour it in there will go right into the rice cooker. Oh, fudge brownies. See what I mean? So then, the way I clean the rice, it's a special technique. Alright? It's a technique that I probably developed on my own, but a lot of other people have. You want to use cold water. If you use warm water, you'll start the cooking. You don't really want to do that. You just want to run it under water. You want to run it under the water. Like that. Go around in a circle. Do some lines. You want to get a really good rinse. You want to go in different directions so that the rice gets stirred. You know what I mean? Because if you just go in circles, it's not going to get stirred as much. So if you just change the direction, it's going to get moved around more. See what I'm saying? Alright, and then you take the fork, and as it's running under the water, after you do the motions with what I just did, you take the fork with the rice under the water and then stir it. Use that fork and stir the rice. Because you don't want any starch. You don't want that extra dust. Because if it's all dusty, it won't cook right. It'll be all mushy. You don't want that. Plus, when rice is processed, they don't clean it. Like, they clean it, but they don't. It's good to do it yourself. But before cooking, you have to. Rice is dusty. You gotta make it dry before you cook it. You don't want that dust all up in the rice because then it'll be too starchy. So just dump it in the pot there. And like I said, it's a double water to rice ratio. So 2 cups of rice, 4 cups of water. Some rice cookers will have numbers on the pot, like this one does. And if you put 2 cup, that scoop that I used, this scoop that came with the rice cooker, 2 scoops of this, and there you fill the following instructions with the rice cooker. It's kind of random. But you want to get some good water for your rice too. You don't want to use straight up sink water. It'll have that sink water taste. So if you have a water filter, I would use the water filter. And if not, distilled water. And if you don't want to buy distilled water, then just use sink water. It's just all about flavor. You want good water for your rice. You don't want cheap water. You want sink water. Because sometimes you can notice it. If you use sink water, it's really sinky today. That day you'll taste it in the rice. So if you clean your rice good enough, it should look like that. Like clear. You should be able to see the rice. If you don't clean your rice, it'll be all cloudy and it'll kind of look like milk. Make sure all the ones on the side picked up there. Put it in the rice cooker. So the rice cooker we got Kuko. It's a Korean rice cooker. See, it's just set the white rice, sticky, it cooks and it does it all for you. So it's been about 8 minutes now. That means it's probably about time that we can throw the beef in the pan. This is my favorite part. I love throwing meat into a pan. I get it out and move it out of its package. Oh, I can peel it. Some of them you don't peel. You have to use scissors. This one says I can peel it. Hey, there we go. Okay, so we got the beef. Got this beef from Aldi. Nothing special. Not from a butcher or nothing. Just straight up normal beef. So I ain't gonna front either. The meat didn't fall all the way. So it's actually going to take a minute for this meat to cook. Always pull your meat out the night before. Rookie mistakes. Rookie mistakes. Rookie mistakes. Check it out, it's cooking over there. So it's got the beef in there, the rice is cooking in the rice cooker. Once this meat is a little thawed from cooking, I'll break it up. Yeah. So watching the meat cook. Right. Riveting stuff. Yeah, it's really frozen. Pulled it out this morning. The outside is thawed, but not the inside. So I'm breaking it up as it cooks, so the heat can get into the inside of the meat here. And that way it cooks quicker. It's getting there. This big chunk right here is still pretty frozen. Taking a minute, but that's alright. That's what you get when you don't pull your meat out too quick the night before. Gotta let that meat thaw. But it'll cook. It'll cook. It'll just take some time. This chunk is literally still frozen. This one right here. We're getting there. The more color, the more flavor. But once it's mostly thawed and cooked, I'm gonna throw some seasoning on there. I'm gonna take a step away, but yeah, enjoy the meat ASMR. Now we're at the point where it's going to be seasoned. First round of seasoning I'm going to do is Kinder's Steakhouse Potato. It goes well on fries, but it also goes well on meat. You don't need a lot either. Just a little drizzle. Second one, Weber's Gourmet Burger Seasoning, because it's beef. Get it on there good. Then add a little spice. I'm using Asada Griller. This is their grill seasoning. Do not be underestimated by this thing's level of spice. First time I used it, I did a lot. I just want to give it a mix. And then you just take the meat, and just throw it in with the rice. Get some rice or meat dispensing action going on. And then whatever's left in there, we'll just cook with the rice. It's that simple. If you enjoyed this, hey, leave a like, even subscribe for future cooking streams. I don't just do cooking streams either. I do any kind of stream. Video game streams, walking to the gas station streams, doing nothing streams, all kinds of streams. Streams that make you know that everything will be all right. Have a good one, everybody. Bless you.